But I know when to get away from God. And I ain't saying it's run away from God. But the only way you get closer to something and fall in love even with it more is when you get away from it. You know what I'm saying? When you go astray from something and when you come back, you remember how much you loved it. And sometimes I have to take my mind and I have to take my entire being through that experience so we can understand why. Why it's important never to get away from God. Why it's important, you know what I'm saying? Why we should never get away from God and stay away from God. You know what I'm saying? Because we gonna always get away. We got curious minds in this experiment. You know what I'm saying? And then plus the way it works, we gonna get away to return back to. And when we return back to, it's always greater. So that's my thing. Like I like to return back to God later, knowing that it's gonna be even greater, and there's so much more that I understand. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I can have a balanced life because I have a balanced relationship with God. I'm never truly getting away from God because God is within me. God is wherever I am. God is wherever, you know what I'm saying, I am. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I know I can never get away from God, but I know I can get away from doing godly things. You know what I'm saying? I know I can get away from godly people. I know I can get away from, you know what I'm saying, that Holy Spirit. You know what I'm saying? The Holy Ghost. I know I can get away from that. Uh, you know what I'm saying? And well, I can never get away from the Holy Ghost, but I can get away from the Holy Spirit, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes I might have to go somewhere where it requires me not to be holier than thou. Even though I'm not being holier than thou, that's who I am. It's just when I'm in that spirit, when I'm in that energy, you know what I'm saying, then I won't be able to perfect my role here. I won't be able to play my role here because it requires me to do some things that's ungodly. It requires me to do some things unholy. You know what I'm saying? So I understand that in order to keep balance, in order to have peace, I understand when I need to get away and I understand when I need to get closer. Because I pay attention to everything. I pay attention to my surroundings. I pay attention to my feelings. I pay attention to the way things begin to look. And then I get to noticing that, hey, I done got too far away from God. I need to get back closer to God. You know what I'm saying? And the fear, the greatest fear any person that believes in God has is getting away from God too far to where they can't hear God anymore, to where they can't see God anymore. Because when you can't see God anymore, you can't see anything good. You can't see nothing good about living. You can't see nothing good. You can't see nothing good. Not even the blessings that God give you. You can't see it because you done got too far away from God. And that's my biggest fear is getting too far away from God. You know what I'm saying? To the point where I can't hear God or see God. And I know that I gotta face that fear, but I know at the same time that I'll always wake up and I'll always remember, and God always gonna show me. You know what I'm saying? Because I know one thing, I'm still having a human experience, so I still have consciousness. I still have an ego. I still have moments where my ego may overrule. You know what I'm saying? Although we can practice all the discipline we want, we can have all the beliefs that we want to have. One thing about it, we have an ego for a reason. We have to use our ego at times. And sometimes, man, we don't know how to go, we don't know how to transcend. We don't know how to do that a lot of times. Sometimes it's meant for us to get lost in our egos so that we can remember why we got to stay humble. See, our ego only leads to its own demise, to where we'll have this moment of where we are humiliating ourselves, where we incriminating ourselves. And one thing about it, once our once our awakening happens after that, and we become more aware, then we realize how unaware we truly were. You know what I'm saying? And then we realize that, damn, look what I did unintentionally. Look what he did unintentionally. It was done with intentions, but this right here that happened, I don't care what anybody says. There's very few people that really actually wish to do something terrible. And I'm talking about the ultimate, you know what I'm saying, the worst. There's very few people that have plans on doing that. Or should I say very few things. Most people do things with intention set on doing this, but they don't understand the domino effect and what's going to happen after that. They don't understand how bad shit gets or how bad shit can get until it happens. And then they realize, like, damn, I was intending on just doing this, but look at what happened. Look at the effects. Look how much it hurt. You see what I'm saying? So nobody really plans on doing it, but it happens. It is all because we allow our ego, you know what I'm saying, to grow too big. You know what I'm saying? The bigger we get, the bigger our ego gets because it knows it has. You know what I'm saying? Uh, it know it has access. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say, man, we can't be perfect. We gotta be human if we're gonna be here. You know what I'm saying? If we want to be here and experience this shit to where we have control, some control still, we gotta be human. We gotta make mistakes. We gotta do this. We gotta do that. That's how it go. That's how it always been. So I'm mindful of that. So I understand that it can be times where I know I can be weak and get away. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause we all gonna do it. But I know what I gotta do to get back to ground, man. Sometimes, man, we can get too high and we forget what ground look like. Feel me? We can get too high sometimes, man, and forget what ground look like, man. We can reach the mountain and forget what the bottom look like. Forget what being at the bottom looking up felt like. Before we ever climb, before we ever reach that elevation, nigga, we forgot how it was to look up. It's always something higher than you. That's why God always humbled us. You know what I'm saying? Because the mountain is still beneath God. You feel me? But you know what I'm saying? That's what it is, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, man, we got to understand, bro, that this life we live is real, man. And we got to be mindful that everything we do, you know what I'm saying? It comes with punishment. It comes with reward. You know what I'm saying? But in the end, though, we can just scratch out punishment, man, and we can just say it comes with rewards. Our rewards are sometimes things that we don't want to receive. That's gonna bring us pleasure. It's gonna bring us some pain. But see, a lot of times, man, our rewards is pain, cause pain make us stronger. Pain make us wiser. You know what I'm saying? Pain make us. You feel me? So it's like say, hey, you know what I'm talking about? We just gotta be mindful, man, that it's gonna hurt being close to God and it's gonna hurt being away from God. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta figure out how to live your life to the point to where it don't hurt as much. Cause it's gonna still hurt. I don't care how balanced you get, it's still gonna hurt. Cause we still strengthening ourselves. Anytime you strengthen anything, nigga, it's gonna have to go through a stress test. And we know sometimes a lot of stress can hurt. You know what I'm saying? Too much stress can hurt. You know what I'm saying? It's just like me putting 515 or 550 pounds on a bar and say that I'm finna squat it. And when I squat, I'ma hold it for 3 to 5 seconds before I come all the way back up. Or I'ma come back up real slow. It's gonna hurt. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna burn. It's gonna sting. It's gonna hurt. We gonna put ourselves through some pain to get stronger, regardless whether we want to do that or not. It's gonna take some pain in order to grow, man. And I think a lot of times what prevent us from growing, you know what I'm saying, is because we try to avoid the pain. And we should just go and get to it. And I'm speaking for myself. A lot of times, bro, we'll try to avoid that pain. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with avoiding unnecessary pain, but avoiding the necessary pain is where you going wrong at. So I'm getting better with avoiding the unnecessary pain. And I'm slowly walking into and accepting that necessary pain so that I can strengthen myself, so that I can strengthen my mind. Like I said, I'm still like all humans. I still have fears. I still have some fears. You know what I'm saying? I still have some fears. I still have some doubts. There are some times that I lack motivation. There are some times where I have a lot of motivation. There's some times, man, when I cry. There's some times when I can't shed a tear. There's some times when I'm angry. There's some times I can't get mad. You know, I can keep going on and on. Sometimes I'm weak. Sometimes I'm strong. You know, so it's like, man, that's just what it is. And that's just how it's gonna be to the end of these days and to the end of everybody's days. And once we accept it, we'll understand that living a perfect life is an illusion. Living the life that we want to live or living the life that we can live is more realistic. You know what I'm saying? Some of us want perfect. It depends on what your perfect is. You know what I'm saying? It depends on what your perfect is. If your perfect ain't realistic, then nigga, you just gonna be another delusional nigga out here trying to manifest and create a life that would never exist. Only in your mind. Only in your imaginations. And another reality that's not here. Does that exist? You have to think about where you are. It's okay to drift off and go to other external realities, nigga, and that's cool. But at the end of the day, you in this dimension right now. This is where you at majority of the time. So majority of the time, this is what you will see and this is what you will be. So understand it, know that, nigga, you got to think about this reality right here and the one that your brain is currently experiencing. Cause see, we can tell ourselves lies all the time. You know, we can get up every day and say I'm rich every day. And we can feel rich. We can think that we rich. But eventually, my nigga, that narrative ain't gonna fit well with their brain no more because your brain gonna start sensing and realizing the reality that you ain't rich. Now your brain gonna be sending you some signals all throughout. And then, nigga, that reality they're gonna sit in, and then that's gonna bring all them unpleasant feelings. That's why a lot of niggas be stressed and depressed out here. These folks online telling y'all that delusion is the new way. Man, them folks finna have y'all depressed, fool. Man, I don't give a fuck about none of that, bro. Okay, you can be delusional a little bit and get some things, but it's pros and cons that come with delusion. Depression come with it. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole lot of depression that come with it. Okay, you been delusional to get your dream man, which is the nigga that's everybody else want, or broad everybody else want, to get some shit that you want, some materialistic shit, and you will still be depressed with that motherfucker beside you and in that house that you wanted, and you will still be a sad motherfucker behind the wheels of them cars and shit that you wanted. You will be a sad motherfucker in Gucci and pearls and gold and platinum, whatever you want to wear. You know what I'm saying? You will be a fool with diamonds. You know what I'm saying? So it don't matter. We gotta understand, bro. Reality exists. We can't escape it. No matter how high we get, no matter how low we get, no matter how anything we get, bigger, smaller, nigga, we can't escape this reality. We have to go through. This is the hole that we entered. This is what we in, bro. Only way through. You know what I'm saying? The only way to get out is go through, my nigga. Ain't no other way to go. We can't go no other way but through. At the end of the day, so all we can do is go through. We can't go no. We can't go around. We can't, nigga. Only thing you gonna be doing is living in stagnation. That's all you gonna do when you bullshit yourself. You gonna end up in stagnation and you gonna be procrastination. And we all know procrastination kills the dream, bro. It kills everything. You feel me? It kills everything. It kills everything. So if that's how you want to live, that's fine. I'm not gonna judge you for that because I know a lot of procrastinators. You know what I'm saying? I've been a procrastinator before, nigga, and sometimes I still procrastinate. You know what I'm saying? But I don't be that long. Cause like I said, I'm still human, so I'm gonna do things. I'm not gonna be one of these niggas that get on here and tell you I don't do nothing that's inhuman, nigga. I do a lot of shit that's human. You feel me? That's why I know I can be in the image of God and a reflection of God, but I'm not God. You know what I'm saying? I can be God's child, but I can't be God because I don't know everything. You feel me? I'm still learning. I'm still a student. You know what I'm saying? I'm still a player in this game. You dig? So I understand that I can be a master in this game. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? I can be a master of gods. You know what I'm saying? But nigga, I can't be God as in a master of all. No, I can't do that. That's not why I'm here. My ego may try to tell me that shit sometimes, but I don't go I with that deal because the minute I start doing that type of shit is the minute that I create my own demise. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to kill myself that way. You know what I'm saying? I don't wanna do that. I don't wanna go up against God. You never win when you go up against God. Cause see, God knows all. God even knows what you thinking, cause God gives you your thoughts. That's why I say, when I get away from God, it's with permission. It's with permission, cause even then, during that time, God is still giving me thoughts and still showing me signs of what can happen if I get too comfortable. What can happen if I stay on this side? What can happen if I stay? It's like God is like leaving the holy city with the wall around it, and it's like the military when they leave off the fob when they off overseas, or within the states when they leave off the base. Overseas they call it outside the wire. Well, nigga, when I get away from God, that's me going outside the wire. You know what I'm saying? My intel still comes in from God while I'm outside the wire. But God also send me them warnings and them signals and them signs let me know, hey, you got such and such amount of energy to be out here in such and such amount. And if you do too much of this over here and you go too far over there, then you can get stuck. Then you're going to have to get yourself out the road because you got yourself in there. You know what I'm saying? And you're going to have to do this, that, and the third. So my thing is I want to stay with clear connection to God because I don't want to be outside this wire and I lose connection with God. Total, complete connection. No intel, no nothing, and I'm out here in the desert and I don't know where I'm at. Cause see, God got to be with me at all times, and God got to be in my mind and sound so that I can follow the proper directions and the proper instructions to get my way out of this. You know what I'm saying? So whenever I get away from God, it's because I've been sent to get away from God. You know what I'm saying? To get away from that, to go outside the fog, so that I can experience, so that I can see so that I can learn more. Cause although I'm outside the wire and now I gotta receive intel from inside. The thing is, nigga, even what I see is still me gathering. It's the experience. You know what I'm saying? It's the experiment and the experience because I'm still learning. Because there's so much I'm storing that I'm still going to send back in to X about. So it's like, man, I'm gaining while I'm out. Because God will bring to attention what you need to see. But you will also see things that wasn't mentioned. And then you will see it and then you will ask God. And then God will tell you, okay, cool, this, and the third about this. All right, you know what I'm saying? That's what's up. Whoop whoop. You know what I'm saying? God, see, it's a communication thing with God because see, God knows all. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you gotta be able to work with God. So it's like I know when to get away, and I know when to stay close. You know what I'm saying? I know when to go outside, and I know when to be in. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta, I ain't gonna say you gotta, I'm gonna say it's best if you get that same type of mindset. You know what I'm saying? It's best, and the only way you gonna get that type of mindset is once you become aware. Once you become aware, once you start trusting and believing, then you will get that type of mindset, and you will learn yourself. And in the process, you will learn about others. You know what I'm saying? And in the process, man, you will know how to leave Earth. You know what I'm saying? As they speak of, you know what I'm saying, in the Bible. You know, the basic instructions before leaving Earth. You will know how to leave Earth. You know what I'm saying? Like the ancient ones did. And you will know how to do it. You know what I'm saying? And you will know how to do it not on accident. You know what I'm saying? You will know how to leave when you get ready. You will know how to return. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we here so we can do what we need to do and we can help create. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it's gonna require us to leave to really get special training, to really get, you know what I'm saying, to really get certain intel, to really learn, to really do some things, and then we'll come back. You know what I'm saying? And we'll continue helping with that process. So you all have a duty and a role here. You just gotta realize and understand what your role is and how you're supposed to do it. And also how to heal yourself. You gotta know how to heal yourself, and you gotta know, you know what I'm saying? You gotta know. It's so much you gotta know, bro, when it come to you. It's so much you gotta know when it come to your duties. When it come to it's so much you gotta know, and it's so much you gotta learn, and it's so much that you gotta be aware of. It's so much that you, man, it's so much, man, and that's the greatest work. You know what I'm saying? The greatest work is working on yourself and doing the work so that you can get better. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's really what they meant about, you know what I'm saying, laziness, or what do they call it in the Bible? Gluten and all that, and complacency and all that. That's really what they meant. They wasn't talking about uh actual physical work, you know what I'm saying? Like, as niggas think it's going to a 9 to 5 job or some shit, I mean, that's part of the hustle. But nah, the work they speak of, you know what I'm saying, like a man that don't work don't eat. Nah, that means if you don't work and do the work, my nigga, you won't get to eat from the tree. You know what I'm saying? You won't get the abundance. You won't get the soul food that you need from God, so that you can be, you know what I'm saying, where you need to be and on point, so you can continue to be You know what I'm saying? Focus on your purpose and working towards fulfilling it, bro, and reaching your destiny, bro. Like, you gotta get that food from God. You gotta get that food. See, our minds gotta have food. Our brains gotta have food. Just like our bodies gotta have food. Our soul gotta have food, man. And then when it comes to the intangible, bro, you can't get that from nowhere but God. So I'ma end it right there. You know what I'm saying? I'ma end it right there. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all hold it down, man, and watch out for them clowns, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, comment, share, and subscribe, man. And tell me what you think in the comment section about what I said. Oh, and then you can relate, nigga, and drop your jewels. You know, this is a place where we can all teach and learn, bro. So, you know what I'm talking about? 'Cause I want to hear what y'all got to say. I want to learn from y'all, too. Peace, reflections.